Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Brothers, Assalamualaikum, brothers and sisters. So this morning I would like to continue again to talk on the striking finding after reading the Quran from page 1 to 70. So the category of the striking finding is finding the most common words or sentences we come across reading throughout the pages. Before, I have been talking about Abraham story, Abraham with his son Ismail. This morning, I'd like to suggest another important figure in the many revelations mentioned in the Quran. So before it was Ibrahim. This morning I'll suggest to tell you the story of Moses and his followers. So Moses followers are also known now the Jewish people. The Jewish people are the Israelites. So there is a prophet of descendant of Abraham named Jacob. So is this Jacob had 12 sons. So it is the descendant of Jacob, also known as Israel, are the origin of the Jewish people. Moses was born at the time of the Pharaoh of Egypt. At the time the Pharaoh rule was to kill the Jews male babies because the Pharaoh had a premonition that a Jew eventually will destroy him. So, believing this, saying of the soothsayer, so he wanted to prevent this from happening. So he gave order to kill the Jewish male babies. This killing of male babies of the Jews is mentioned in the Quran. And when the Moses' mother gave birth to Moses, so Moses' mother decided to let his baby escape from the killing. So what she did was she put her baby Moses on a basket, then float it on the sea. This is also mentioned in the Quran, the story of Moses' mother putting her baby in the basket, then float it to the sea. Of course, the sea is mentioned in the Quran, so I stick to calling it the sea, but I think it's the river that lead to the sea, so it's still floating to the sea according to the Quran. So then somehow Pharaoh palace was on the bank of the river. Then Pharaoh's servant saw something floating on the river, and saw a baby is floating in the basket. So this servant took the baby and passed it to Pharaoh's wife. So Pharaoh's wife, when she saw the baby, so cute, and she wants the baby to look after. Of course, the Pharaoh was worried, and there was a lot of persuasion from her wife, and at last they agreed to test the baby to check whether the baby is clever baby or stupid baby. So the test is, if the baby is clear, then the parent is worried. If the baby is clever, then the parent is worried. If the baby is stupid, then he doesn't worry anymore, because stupid baby grown up will not become a clever man to lead the people to destroy him. So what happened was, Pharaoh took burning charcoal on a tray and put it in a bowl. So a bowl of burning charcoal, and on next to it he put dates. So the servant took the tray to the baby Moses. Let's see which one the baby took, the burning charcoal or the sweet dates. So according to the story in the Quran, Moses was about to pick the dates, but then the angel pushed his arm to take the burning charcoal. So he took the burning charcoal and put the burning charcoal in his mouth, and it caused Moses' tongue to get burnt. Now, from the incident, Pharaoh's wife saying, "You see, the baby is not clever." So the incident is the feeling of Pharaoh. So Pharaoh then decided to follow his wife's wish to look after the baby Moses. So then feeding the baby with mother's milk. So at that time, parents were looking for mother who can milk the baby. So the end of the story was Moses' own mother was selected to milk the baby. So AP was Moses' mother to milk her own baby. So Moses had grown up in the palace in luxury. So as a young man, he was fit, he was free to move, to go out. And then while walking in the street, he saw two men fighting. One man was a Jewish person, and another one was an Egyptian man. So in the argument and fight, Moses took side. He sided on the Jewish men. So the two had a quarrel, and then Moses intervened. He punched the Egyptian man. According to the Quran, he punched his bare hand, but it wasn't meant to kill him. According to the Quran, Satan was there. So Satan in a way helped in the killing of the Egyptian. Help in the killing, maybe in the way increase the strength of the punch, and that punch kill the Egyptian. So Moses was surprised that the Egyptian man died of the punch, out of his punching, which he was surprised because he never expect or deliberately to kill the person with a punch, but somehow the person died. So he was worried, and he knows police will be after him. So he ran away. Of course, he was in the run at the time, so wanted by the police. So he ran away from the country. So when he was away in the country with just clothes, and of course hungry, but he managed to walk, and then he saw two ladies with ships in the queue, waiting for his ships turn to get the water from the well. Moses saw this and then decided that to help the young girls to get the water from the well. So Moses was helping to get the water from the well and to get the water for the sheep to drink. So when the two girls was happy to see they got the house, then come back home, told the story to their father of seeing a young man who was hardworking, fit, helping them with getting the water from the well. And the girl suggests their father to employ Moses to work for him. So the next day they still seen the Moses, and then this time the girl invited Moses to come to the house to meet their father, who may give him or who may employ him to work, so he got a job. So Moses was taken to the girl's father. So it was also an opportunity for the father to look for a husband to their daughters. So their father offered Moses to marry a daughter of his choice. So the provision of marrying was agreed, is just to work. I think to work for 10 years as provision of marrying a woman. So Moses make a choice, and then they got married, and how Moses spent many years as husband and wife, and that's how Moses got married. The marriage has no problem, but somehow the girl's father was a prophet. So to cut the story short, when Moses became a prophet, he was asked to send message of revelation to tell the Pharaoh or to invite the Pharaoh to worship Allah. The problem with Moses was that his speech was not clear because he had burned his tongue when he was a baby. So Moses asked Allah to get a person to help him. He's more fluent in speech. Then Allah chose Moses' brother named Harun to help him. So Harun become one of the prophet as well. So before going to meet Pharaoh, Allah already instruct him what to do. Mentioning of the miracles that you will get when facing Pharaoh. So first miracle that shown to Pharaoh was when he saw his hand shining like giving bright light that dazzled the eyes of the Pharaoh. And then there was conversation between Moses and Pharaoh with the help of his brother Aaron. The conversation was first showing the evidence of the power of the Lord of the world. Showing miracle. When Pharaoh declared that he was God, then Moses challenged Pharaoh to raise the sun from the west. Sure, Pharaoh was unable to do it. and then a miracle came, and at that time the sun it was then made dark, the sun set, and then the sun and a miracle was shown that the sun was seen rising from the west. Oh, of course, the Pharaoh, being a proud person, denied that it is only a magic, so accusing Moses of playing magic. And Pharaoh advisor saying that in Egypt they also have magician that may challenge the magic of Moses. So this is to be made public. So they agree on a day whereby the magician of Egypt will challenge the magician of Moses. So the two magicians of Moses and magician of Pharaoh will challenge each other in the arena where citizens were invited to witness. So on that day, Moses and the magician came, and then Moses asked the magician of Pharaoh to display their magic in front of Pharaoh and the citizen of Egypt. So the magician of Pharaoh somehow from the magic create snakes. So everyone was seeing a snake made, the magic snake of the magician of Pharaoh. Then Moses got the order from Allah to throw his stick. So when Moses threw his stick to the snake, the stick turned into a big snake and swallow the snake made by the magician. while people were witnessing, and the Pharaoh was also there witnessing this event of Moses' snake swallowing the snake of the magician. Seeing this, magician then got humble themselves and say to the Pharaoh, "We believe in the God of Moses." And prostrated. Of course, Pharaoh was angry, saying, "Why you say that before the magician was allowed to admit defeat?" And Pharaoh threatened to kill the magician, but the magicians was saying they are not afraid of being killed by Pharaoh, because the punishment of God Moses will be in the next world, permanent and more severe. So the punishment of Pharaoh will only happen a short while, and they die, and Pharaoh can never hurt them anymore if they die. So they were saying they are not afraid. Of course, Pharaoh didn't spare the life of the magician, and they were killed by the Pharaoh. So the magician wasn't worried a thing of the killing. So now Egypt, the citizen of Egypt now is like divided, and I think the Pharaoh got the signal already who is the person who will destroy him and his kingdom. So the follower of Moses actually was under threat after the defeat of the magician of the Pharaoh. So Moses gave the instruction of his followers to run away from the country of Egypt. So I think in the night, we don't waste their time, then make a move in the cover of darkness to run away from the country. So the follower of Moses, I don't know the number, maybe thousands, make a move that night. Of course, the army of Pharaoh would not let them go, and they were on the run, and the army intention was to kill the Jewish people or the follower of Moses. But the quick decision allowed them time to move. Then somehow there was a sea that they just cannot proceed to cross, because they don't have any mean to cross the sea. But then, with Allah's grace, Allah instructed Moses to hit the water with his stick. So when he hit the water of the sea split apart, giving a gap dry enough for them to cross the sea with big wall of water on both sides. So the follower of Moses followed the path of the sea split, and then at that time Pharaoh army were chasing them, but somehow Moses and his follower managed to reach the other bank of the sea. Once they reached the bank of the sea, Pharaoh army with chariot were chasing them behind and following the path of the sea split. So when all the follower of Moses safe on the other bank, then Allah returned the sea as it was before and drowned the Pharaoh army, so is drowning the Pharaoh as well. So Pharaoh died by drowning. So Moses' follower was safe on the other side. I think I've been talking about this story long enough. Maybe I call it first part of the story, and next time I'll continue again the second part of the story. Thank you very much for listening.